From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab Goswami on The Debate at 9. Powered by General Air Conditioners.
Good evening, and it's great to see you, viewers. The good news first is that tonight, for another day, our COVID curve is showing clear signs of flattening. So well done, India. I can say with absolute certainty that I have no doubt at all, that by the 3rd of May, we will well be on our way to victory, what we always predicted. And now, my dear viewers, I am overwhelmed with your support and your love today. I feel blessed. Ever since Sonia Gandhi threw a tantrum telling her few remaining chief ministers that she wants me immediately arrested, thousands of you have called me, tweeted, messaged. You've stood by me. And to each one of you, I'm really indebted. Your love, your support, your faith, your trust, and your viewership is all that matters to me. And though there are days on end when I can never in words express my deepest gratitude to you all, I carry that faith and love in my heart. So tonight I have no hesitation in saying to Sonia Gandhi, come arrest me. If it quenches your anger that I question your abject, pathetic, and visible silence on the brutal killing of 2 Hindu sadhus, that too in the presence of a dozen policemen in a state where you are in power, then Sonia Gandhi, come arrest me, you're welcome. But also note 2 things, Sonia Gandhi. Firstly, nobody is scared of you or your family anymore. Your amateurish tantrum, your son asking his party General Secretary K.C. Venugopal all day to somehow organize my arrest. 1,000 FIRs you are filing across India. Do you know what they show, Sonia? They show your nervousness. Please arrest me. Arrest me, please. I am waiting. But do know this, that on my way to jail and after I come out, and even while I am there, I will expose your ridiculous logic. Your ridiculous logic that these sadhus were killed in a case of mistaken identity. This is India, Sonia Gandhi, not Italy. And in India, there is nobody who can not recognize 2 sadhus in saffron clothes as Hindu monks. So why don't you, instead of asking your puppets Ashok Gehlot and Baghel, your 2 remaining chief ministers, to arrest me, why don't you ask them whether anyone in India or in their states will believe that a dozen policemen did not hand over 70-year-old Mahant Kalpavriksha Giri and Sushil Giri Maharaj, hand them over to the lynch mob without getting instructions to do so from the top? That is the question. The Palghar killing was an act of lynching. And not just me. Everyone is asking you, Sonia Gandhi, you, that when you went to town on every case, Tabraj and Akhlaq, and demanded answers from those in power, as we all did, why are you, as the one in power in Maharashtra, getting touchy? Because I am asking you to end your silence. Trust me, it's not just me, it is the entire country. Having seen the visuals of the police organizing the killing of the sadhus, the ones that you, Sonia Gandhi, tried to censor. Go see the pictures, Sonia Gandhi, tonight, if you haven't so far. I know you have. And see the pictures where a 70-year-old sadhu is pleading for protection from your police, only to be handed over by your police to their killers. The whole country is asking you the questions, Sonia Gandhi. The lynching in Palghar is a nationwide issue. And I am really glad that I have had the opportunity to raise this with the importance it deserves. And if the law and order machinery needs to be reminded even louder that this country cannot be expected to remain a mute spectator to the cold-blooded murder of the sons, then I am willing to shout out even louder to make sure that they hear it, ladies and gentlemen. This hypocrisy will not be accepted in this country any longer. That's debate number 1 tonight, viewers. And thank you for your support, because Sonia must have the courage to end her silence on Palghar. And debate number 2 this evening, viewers, on a packed show. Tahir Hussain, Omar Khalid face the UAPA. The truth about the Delhi riots is now out in the open. And on debate number 3 this evening, the Prime Minister says zero tolerance to COVID villains, and we say so louder than ever as well. All this and more is coming up, and here are the headlines this Wednesday evening on The Debate Tonight. Three videos, 7 days, and zero answers. India deserves to know the truth behind the organized lynching of 2 sadhus in Palghar. It happened under her government, and of course she is going to be questioned. Sonia, don't get nervous. End your silence tonight. The Tukde gang massacred Omar Khalid and ex-AAP councillor Tahir Hussain face stringent anti-terror law for their role in the Delhi riots.
अब ये होगा कि इस तरह का अपराध ये कॉग्निजेबल होगा और नॉन बेलेबल होगा.
The Modi government brings in an ordinance to penalize and jail those attacking our frontline warriors.
You're the one who's going on doing this. नहीं, ये क्या तमाशा आपने बनाया हुआ है? What nonsense are you doing?
And zero tolerance to corona villains who break the lockdown and throw tantrums. India unites for COVID heroes. And India records over 20,000 coronavirus cases. Our recovery rate is, however, over 19%. Ladies and gentlemen, when 2 Hindu monks are murdered by a bloodthirsty mob in the presence of policemen, in a state governed by the Shiv Sena, the Congress and the NCP, we will ask questions. And we will ask why Congress President Sonia Gandhi is choosing not to say a word. Because her silence reeks of hypocrisy. We will ask why the Sonia Sena in Maharashtra is treating the police with kid gloves. And for asking these questions, if Sonia Gandhi, through her army of stooges and sycophants, wants to threaten the Republic Media Network, so be it. This browbeating, Twitter bravado absolutely will not stop us from our continuing investigation into the Palghar truth. Because behind the saffron robes, there were 2 human beings, 2 law-abiding citizens of this country, 2 innocent men who were murdered because the police chose to let them and then watch them die. Let's debate.
On the 16th of April, two Hindu monks from the Juna Akhada, 70-year-old Chikne Maharaj and 35-year-old Sushil Giri Maharaj, were lynched by a murderous mob in Maharashtra's Palghar district in the presence of policemen. It's been a week. There hasn't been a single statement from Congress President Sonia Gandhi, from her son and ex-Congress chief Rahul Gandhi, or her daughter and AICC General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. Because every piece of evidence puts the role of the police under the Shiv Sena, NCP and Congress government under scrutiny. 5 moments from the horrific night reveal the complicity of the men in khaki. Like this moment when the visibly petrified sadhu was being kicked repeatedly by a man behind him as he walked out of the police station. And the police did nothing. In this video, watch how the cop leads the injured monk towards the armed and murderous mob. And then in this moment, when the battered and bloodied man ran behind the policeman hoping for some protection, watch what happened. They sat on the roads with folded hands, begging for help. They sat there crying loudly in the presence of at least 6 cops. But when the bloodthirsty mob charged at them with sticks, those men to uphold the rule of law became party to the barbaric crime with their inaction. The state has declared today that amongst the 101 people arrested so far, not one belongs to the minority community.
फेसबुकच्या माध्यमातून आज जाहीर करताय या 101 लोकांमध्ये एक सुद्धा मुस्लिम बांधव नव्हता.
We wonder why that is the focus of the Sonia Sena Sarkar, when it's the role of the police that needs to be investigated. What was the motive behind the killing of the sadhus? The inaction of the police has been caught on tape. Were they asked to go slow? Did cops play a role in aiding the killers? The sadhus were wearing saffron robes. So who's trying to push the mistaken identity narrative? And who were the 2 sadhus in fact mistaken for? 2 policemen have been suspended when at least 6 have been seen in the video. What is the state trying to do? Is there a larger attempt to bury the case?
कुछ लोग इसमें आग लगाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. ये कोई हिंदू मुस्लिम या कोई ऐसी सांप्रदायिकता इसमें नहीं है. ये हमला जो हुआ है सांप्रदायिकता इसमें है नहीं.
As we lead the investigation, Vadra Congress and Sonia Gandhi's sycophants are going all out to browbeat and threaten Republic TV. We will not stop because Sonia Gandhi is definitely not above questioning. And here are some questions Vadra Congress must take. Why is Sonia Gandhi silent on the lynching of sadhus in Palghar? Why has Sonia Gandhi not issued a statement on Palghar so far? Why no press briefing by Sonia Gandhi on the murder of Hindu monks? Why should Sonia Gandhi's silence on Palghar not be questioned? It's been a week and Sonia Gandhi is silent. Is she above questioning? Is the Vadra Congress trying to threaten Republic for asking what no other channel dares to ask them? Because we will continue asking questions. This was a crime against humanity. The Hindu monks who died deserve justice, not a conspiracy of silence owing to their identity.
अपिवत भागवतम रसमालया मुहुर्धो भूमिका भुव भाविका. सारे संसार से मुक्त होने वाला वो कल्प वृक्ष रूपी श्रीमद् भागवत कथा, इसका मतलब समझेगा वो पढ़ा लिखा होगा तो। और नाम है मेरा कल्प वृक्ष।
And my dear viewers, the gentleman there in the last few frames of our news report, who you just saw, is the person who was brutally killed. His name is Maharaj Kalpvriksh Giri. He is 70 years old. We have all seen how he was killed. And today, Rahul Ishwar, I want to start with you. Ratan Sharda, any of you actually, let Ratan Sharda start. Sonia Gandhi says that she wants me arrested for questioning why she has been silent on the killing of Maharaj Kalpvriksh Ji and Sushil Giri Ji Maharaj along with their driver for 1 week. She's not been able to speak on it, and she says that instead she wants me arrested. I have begun by saying, Ratan Sharda, I am gladly willing to get arrested for this, but what is the larger question that needs to be answered here?
My larger question is that is freedom of expression only for people who oppose Modi? Is freedom of expression of asking questions only lies with people who questioned Modi since 2002 for all these years? Is the freedom of expression of people who have questioned Justice Loya's death in spite of Supreme Court giving clean chit? Is this kind where Sonia Gandhi cry for Batla House encounter when a police dies? They will support people who talk of Tukde Tukde. They will support people who open the courts in the midnight to save terrorists from hanging. They are asking questions to you on what grounds? Have you told that Sonia Gandhi is involved? You have not asked, but is Congress government not part of this alliance which slept over this lynching for 3 days?
Yeah.
The Home Minister doesn't belong to Sharad Pawar Congress. Does the Chief Minister have no reason to respond to the murder which was kept quiet for 3 days? And she knows that the church people are supporting the accused, nearly 100 of them who have been who are getting bail from organization which is supported by the church. Palghar is a playground for church for years. I know a person whose head is broken into two in 1967 for starting a hostel.
Surendra Chan, Royd and Roach.
Adivasis there because he didn't belong to the Communist Party.
Right.
He belonged to Vanvasi Kalan Ashram. So the guy is still around who can tell you the brutality of the church in Palghar. Is Sonia Gandhi upset because the church will be involved?
You spread hatred.
What did not
You're
do?
a man of hatred, let me tell you.
I will
You're a
call
man
you.
of hatred.
I will
You're
call
one
the
who
gentleman on the
you're a hypocrite of
TV.
this nation.
I
You're the
invite
biggest- you're the biggest enemy of this nation, let me tell you, Ratan Sharda.
Jagpal Pant,
You every
who
time
stays
go on
in
channel,
Dombivali, who was beaten up by the
against a certain community.
terrorists. This is the
You
same
cannot do that, Ratan Sharda. Let me
which
tell you
has
that.
created
You
havoc
can't
in
keep going on
Northeast.
like this.
Same people who created havoc in
Do you have the
Odisha,
evidence? You bring
same
it out.
people who blamed
But do not
BJP,
blame someone.
RSS for the rape of
We are bothered here about
nuns.
people being
So
lynched.
they have no shame.
We are not talking
Let's
about
look at
what
the-
they
Want
belong
to browbeat you.
It should
Let's-
never
Because
happen.
that is how
No, no.
Mr. Roche don't behave like a cockroach.
I will.
Mr. Roche,
I will. One second. Ratan Sharda and Royden.
Kill the lawyer.
Ratan Sharda and Royden, I think it is our bounden responsibility to raise these questions even louder because and allow me to complete. No, because of the facts of the case. I'd like to welcome Paramhans Dr. Dev Avdesh Puriji Maharaj from Ujjain, who is joining me now, and I have multiple questions here. My question here today is, can you hear me, Dr. Avdesh Puriji Maharaj? Can you hear me? Everyone's on, but can you hear me? Can you hear me, sir?
By the police and the Communist Party.
Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. 1 minute. आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है, डॉक्टर अवधेश पुरी जी? रतन जी 1 minute. रतन जी 1 minute. We have time.
आवाज आ रही है, लेकिन आप हिंदी में पूछे, हिंदी में।
मैं हिंदी में आपको सवाल पूछ रहा हूं कि आज बोला जा रहा है कि जो सवाल उठाएगा कि 2 संतों की हत्या क्यों हुई पालघर में, उनकी गिरफ्तारी होनी चाहिए। बड़ा सवाल क्या है? बड़ा सवाल है कि जो संतों को वहां पे जिनकी निर्मम हत्या हुई, वहां पे 1 दर्जन पुलिसकर्मी वहां पे थे जो वीडियो पे देखा गया है, और पुलिस कर्मियों ने संतों को अपने हत्यारों को हैंडओवर किया। परमहंस जी आप बताइए।
जी ये मैं समझता हूं कि जिन लोगों ने संतों को की निर्मम हत्या की है, उन लोगों से भी अधिक दोषी वो पुलिस वाले हैं जिन्होंने संतों को मरने के लिए भीड़ के हवाले कर दिया। और मैं समझता हूं कि वो 2 संतों की हत्या नहीं है, वो भारतीय संस्कृति की हत्या है, वो सनातन पवित्र परंपरा की हत्या है, जो आद्य शंकराचार्य जी की परंपरा है, वो हिंदू धर्म के मान बिंदुओं की हत्या है। इसको इतने हल्के में देश को नहीं लेना, देश नहीं लेगा, देश कभी नहीं भूलेगा। ये घोर अन्याय है। उन पुलिस कर्मियों पर उनको निलंबित करने से हम लोग संतुष्ट नहीं होने वाले। अगर सच्चे अर्थों में उद्धव ठाकरे जी को अपनी हिंदुत्ववादी छवि बनानी है और बचानी है, बाला साहब ठाकरे के नाम को रोशन करना है दोबारा से, तो निश्चित रूप से उनको चाहिए कि उन पर हत्या का केस लगाएं। पुलिस वालों पर, जितने भी पुलिस वाले वहां उपस्थित थे, उन पर हत्या का केस लगाना चाहिए और इस मामले को निश्चित रूप से जल्दी इसका कोई निर्णय हो, ऐसा प्रयास करना चाहिए। फास्ट ट्रैक कोर्ट में इस मामले को ले जाना चाहिए। किसी भी कीमत में हम लोग शांत नहीं बैठेंगे। ये तो हम लोगों का धैर्य है, हम लोगों का संयम है कि हम लॉकडाउन का पालन कर रहे हैं। नहीं तो जिस प्रकार से हमारे संतों की निर्मम हत्या हुई है, हम लोग नागा सन्यासी लाखों की संख्या में हैं। अब तक हम बाहर आ सकते थे, हम लॉकडाउन को तोड़ सकते थे, लेकिन हमारा संयम है, हमारी मर्यादा है कि हम उस दिन का इंतजार कर रहे हैं जब लॉकडाउन खुलेगा। संतों पर इस प्रकार का अत्याचार रावण के समय में भी नहीं हुआ होगा जिस प्रकार का अत्याचार अब हुआ है। सोनिया गांधी जी को चाहिए था कि जब वो बाटला हाउस में आतंकवादी मारे जाते हैं तो 3 दिन तक सोनिया गांधी जी को नींद नहीं आती, और जब संत मारे जाते हैं तो 8 दिन बाद भी सोनिया गांधी जी की प्रतिक्रिया नहीं आती। इस देश पर राज्य करने वाली 70 साल तक इस देश को गुमराह करने वाली कांग्रेस आज क्यों सो रही है? उसको चाहिए कि वो संतों की हत्या के लिए उन दोषियों को न्याय दिलाने के लिए एक साथ कदम से कदम मिला के खड़े हों इस देश के साथ। मैं ये चाहता हूँ, मैं अखाड़ा परिषद का पूर्व महामंत्री हूँ, मैं नागा सन्यासी हूँ, मैं अखाड़ा परंपरा से हूँ, मैं आद्य शंकराचार्य की परंपरा से हूँ। इसलिए जिन संतों की हत्या हुई है वो मेरे गुरु भाई हैं। आज मेरे अंदर बहुत बड़ी पीड़ा है इस बात को लेकर के। हम लोगों का हृदय बहुत ज्यादा दुखी है और व्यथित है। हम सारे संत व्यथित हैं, पूरा हिंदू समाज व्यथित है, और हम चाहते हैं कि जल्दी से जल्दी इस घटना का, जब तक न्याय संतों को नहीं मिलेगा, हम शांत नहीं बैठेंगे।
आपको प्रणाम करना चाहूंगा और आपकी जो पीड़ा।
परमहंस जी अवधेश पुरी जी महाराज, आपने जो बात रखी, 1 मिनट संजय जी, आपने जो बात रखी ये पूरे भारत की बात है, और मैंने तो आज खुलकर कह दिया है परमहंस जी, प्रोग्राम के शुरू करने में मैंने शीघ्र ही पहले लाइन पे ही मैंने बोल दिया कि अगर मेरी गिरफ्तारी से सोनिया गांधी को लगता है कि मामला सुलझ जाएगा, नहीं जाएगा, मगर मेरी गिरफ्तारी कर ले, मुझे कोई मतलब नहीं है। 1000 बार मेरी गिरफ्तारी करे, मैं तो कहूंगा
अर्णव जी आपकी गिरफ्तारी नहीं होगी, आपकी गिरफ्तारी
हो जाए, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता।
इस देश के नागा सन्यासियों की आवाज आपने उठाई है,
मैं तो उठाता रहूंगा।
किसी के कह देने से
आप गिरफ्तार थोड़ी हो जाएंगे।
मैं तो बिल्कुल तैयार हूं। नहीं, मैं तो बिल्कुल तैयार हूं। परमहंस जी 1 मिनट, एक संजय जी मैं बिल्कुल तैयार हूं, मगर मुझे जवाब दीजिए संजय जी 1 मिनट, और डिबेट पे आ जाए अभी। मुझे जवाब दीजिए आज,
मानवता की हत्या है,
मुझे जवाब दीजिए आज, और डिबेट हो जाए। जीवीएल नरसिम्हा राव भी बीजेपी के डिबेट पर है कि डिबेट हो आज इस बात पर कि अगर आप तस्वीरें देखें, और मैं तस्वीरों को दिखाना चाहूंगा कि वहां पे 1 नहीं, 2 नहीं, 3 नहीं, 4 नहीं, अरे 12 पुलिसकर्मी हैं वो। दे आर स्टैंडिंग देयर व्यूअर्स, देयर आर मल्टीपल कॉप्स प्रेजेंट विद द साधु, ही वाज क्लिंगिंग टू देम फॉर सेफ्टी, एंड ऑल द पुलिसमेन वर वॉकिंग अवे। They were hand delivering the 70-year-old Maharaj Kalpavriksha Giriji. They were handing him over to be killed. What times are we living in, GVL Narasimha Rao? And Sonia Gandhi, if you think that asking your puppets Bhupesh Baghel and what's his name, Ashok Gehlot, to get me arrested is going to stop the questions, it won't. The questions have become very loud now. And the questions are all over India. Yes, Sanjay Gupta and GVL Narasimha Rao are now on the debate.
जब कोई ऐसा व्यक्ति निर्बल व्यक्ति पुलिस के संरक्षण में होता है तो उसका पहला फर्ज ये है कि वो उस निर्बल को बचाए.
तो क्यों नहीं बचाई?
पुलिस ने नहीं किया, इस बात से हम बिल्कुल सहमत हैं. पुलिस ने जो अपना फर्ज उस टाइम निभाना चाहिए था वो नहीं निभाया, इसीलिए उसके खिलाफ भी महाराष्ट्र सरकार ने एक्शन लिया है. लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है,
कोई एक्शन नहीं लिया है. सस्पेंशन इज नॉट एक्शन.
ऐसा नहीं है कि किसी के अफवाह के कारण कोई अफवाह के कारण साधु महाराज को इसने से मार देगा या कोई अफवाह के कारण इसने से कर देगा, किसी के मुखालफत होने से या किसी के षड्यंत्र रचने से ऐसा नहीं है, या किसी धर्म जाति विशेष का होने से किसी को यह अधिकार नहीं मिल जाता कि वो साधु महाराजों को ऐसे मार देगा.
नहीं, बिल्कुल
उन्होंने भी साधु महाराजों को मारा है. उन सबके खिलाफ 302 के मुकदमे दर्ज हुए हैं.
This is a very serious debate and I expect everyone to be heard patiently. This is nothing but a state-sponsored killing, with the police present on the spot, handing them over. I think it's nothing but state-sponsored killing, and it's not only those indulging in the act of, but even the state government has to be tried for not having citizens. The state government also has to be hauled up, has to be actually made as major party, has to be made the party responsible for this killing. And Sonia Gandhi, not surprising. She is always, Congress under Sonia Gandhi has had hatred for the Hindu terrorism, entire bogey. I think the Congress's thinking is very similar to the Hafiz Saeed's party, Muslim League. I think similarly.
Yeah.
They only need Hindu votes, but they certainly have Hindu mentality running down their veins.
Yeah, your audio is not very clear, Surendra Chauhan.
Gentlemen, don't criminalize the lynching. Don't criminalize it.
What should we not do?
Hindu and Muslim and other
Okay,
things.
Rahul Ishwar is on the debate. Yeah, what?
Why the gentleman is criminalizing it?
It is extremely unfortunate that people use such kind of platitudes like criminalize for anything. See, if somebody wants to arrest Arnab Goswami, so may them do it. But a million others will ask the same question. Because 2 people have been killed, brutally killed, and I hope Sonia Madam will issue a statement. The Congress, the left liberal circles will come out strongly against this. See, this is a very emotional aspect. 2 Hindu sadhus have been killed. Why don't people understand outrage and pain with such a thing? When Tabrez died or when Pehlu Khan died, we all shared the outrage. The same courtesy should be expected to Giri Maharaj, who comes from a very revered saint and sant uncle. And like Ratan Shah Dadi early said, there are also some reports regarding forced conversion angle in this. I don't know whether it is true, but these angles should be explored. So I hope a person who is leading the opposite spectrum, Madam Sonia Gandhi, has every responsibility to issue a statement, because people would like to know how she feels. People would like to know how she is responding. Instead of attacking Arnab Goswami, who is the messenger, let us see the message. See the message. Forget the messenger. Please stop shooting the messenger.
Surendra Chauhan, listen to me. And please listen to me clearly.
Yes.
And by the way, I want to tell, what's that ex-minister's name, Kapil Sibal. Kapil Sibal, you write very bad poetry. Name me.
You talk to him.
Name me. I'm talking to Kapil Sibal, I'm sending a message, then I'll speak to you. Name me, it's okay. We all know your tactics. I've known you for a long time. Your pressure tactics never worked on me in the past, they won't work now. You know what you tried earlier when I was editing my previous channel. You know exactly what you did, Kapil Sibal, when I had exposed multiple scams. You know, you called me and what you tried to say, and you know what I responded to you. So Kapil Sibal, for the pronounced coward that you are, you write bad poetry. Don't try and suggest my name. Name me. And if you want to arrest me, come. I'm waiting. Come, be a good sycophant to your political masters. My question right now is this, however, and the question everyone is asking. The forest guards, Surendra Chauhan, And Saurabh Shukla, please come into the debate. The forest guards were with the sadhus. Importantly, Sonia Gandhi, answer this question. Do you think, I'll stop asking you. The forest guards were with the sadhus. They called the police when the crowd gathered. They were armed. The forest guards and the policemen were armed. They, who were meant to escort the sadhus to safety, thought that nobody was recording what they were doing. They were obviously given instructions by somebody to organize the killing of the sadhus. Now Sonia thinks that, with these childish tantrums, people will not ask that question. Sonia Gandhi, people are asking you, why did the forest guards and the state police, who called them to kill the sadhus? Why were they handed over to the sadhus? The pictures are out there. Those who were meant to protect the sadhus killed them. Now, Saurabh, how can this question not be asked? I think more and more people in the country are beginning to ask these questions.
Arnab, as journalists, we need to ask the right questions. You've been doing it. You have questioned whether it's a government of the BJP or whether it's a government of the Congress. You have to ask the right question. This is what you do in democracy. The entire country today is outraged by this horrific killing of the two sadhus. Independent inquiry needs to be done. A CBI inquiry needs to be done. Because obviously, clearly it seems that the state police was complicit. No, sir. Any right-minded leader of this country should speak up. Every leader in this country should speak up against this horrific killing. I would say every party should speak up. There cannot be any hypocrisy. There cannot be any double standards. This country will not tolerate any lynching of any kind, be it of any religion. It's a case of two sadhus who have been killed by this unruly mob under the watch of the police. It requires a CBI investigation. There is the need for an independent investigation, and every political leader in this country should ask for it. You cannot have, these innocents being killed in this manner. There is a rule of law in this democracy, this great country like India.
And Surendra
You endorse
Chauhan.
my view. Good. I'm glad that I've turned you
endorse
my view.
No. One minute.
Like-minded people in this country.
One
should be
minute.
asking the
Just
right
a minute.
questions.
Just a minute. And Sonia, where are your stooges? Come arrest me. But in 1999, Sonia, following the killing of missionary Graham Staines' family in Odisha.
You've been asking as a journalist the right questions. There's a rule of law in this country.
Well, I will ask the questions louder every day. My question is, Manaswi, let's look at the issue of precedent. And I welcome former additional DGP of Maharashtra, P.K. Jain, though this is a political question. And Manaswi, come into the debate. In 1999, following the killing of missionary Graham Staines' family in Odisha, when Janki Ballabh Patnaik was the chief minister, Sonia Gandhi ensured that he handed in his resignation. Now my question is, Manaswi, if Sonia Gandhi could show such alacrity following that ghastly killing of Graham Staines' family in Odisha, why is she not saying a word this time? Isn't it a relevant question? When in June 2019, Congress MP Shashi Tharoor made lynchings communal by sharing a cartoon which shows Lord Ram crying with folded hands to the mob, pleading, "Please, not in my name." Isn't it hypocritical to refuse the communal antecedents of the lynching today? And Manaswi, the bigger question is, every other case of lynching, all of which are ghastly, every other case has been called communal by Sonia Gandhi. But this case, she insists of the killing of two Hindu sadhus wearing saffron clothes, easily identifiable. She insists this is not communal at all. Does it make any sense to you, Manaswi?
Arnab, it's a sad day. Palghar incident is a sad day for the entire nation. That is what we all accept and we know. And it's a black spot on the Maharashtra police that is there. Now the question is, how is Sonia Gandhi directly involved in this? An apology from her or a statement from her does not make any difference in the incident. What we need right now is
Isn't she in power in Maharashtra? I'm sorry, Rahul Ishwar is on the debate. Culpability is the issue. Is she in power in Maharashtra?
Sonia Madam is the de facto leader. Please remember, Sonia Madam is the de facto leader of India's opposition spectrum.
110 names are already out,
carry
and
immense
none of
weight.
them are
Sonia
Muslim.
Gandhi, madam,
This
is the de facto leader of India's opposite spectrum. Her words carry immense weight with all the liberal, left liberal and centrist parties. So Sonia Madam's words are important, and every person, irrespective of their politics, would like to see
In fact, I would go on to say, Manaswi, 1 minute, Manaswi, hear me.
When did we
Manas, we are reading from a paper. Manas, we are reading from a paper. Listen to me. Ratan Sharda is on the debate. A question, please.
I am very seriously charging Manasvi of being communal. Do you mean to say the writer must be Muslim to make it communal? Do you mean murdering a sadhu by any other person? Whether
I did not even speak anything, Ratan Sharda ji. You can charge me anything.
It's not okay.
It's irrelevant. But the point of interest here is
that there is no Muslim involved. Are you going to say that all Muslims are violent? Only Muslims are involved in violence? There can be no other violence and there is no Muslim. You will just say, okay, let's have
Ratan Sharda ji, I never made that statement. You can remind that. But the point here is that this is not a communal lynching. This is not a communal lynching. It's a lynching. It's a mob lynching. And we should investigate in totality. We should investigate it. We should investigate it.
So lynching is okay if he's a Hindu. So Hindu lynching is secular and Muslim lynching becomes a nationwide issue.
There is no okay. Ratan Sharda ji, you are hearing what you want to hear.
I wish to. Sonia Gandhi, listen to me. 1 minute. Manaswi, there is another point to make here. There's another point to make here.
Maharashtra government is working well. The Home Minister comes out with 110 people. The Maharashtra government is working well. And it's a sad day. It's a black spot on the police. That we know. But why are you trying to make it communal?
No, 1 second. 1 minute. If I am asking questions, Manaswi, a minute. Ratan Sharda ji, 1 minute. Question is, 1 minute. Ratan Sharda, let me calmly respond to Manaswi and to everyone tonight. I'll tell you what is communal and what is not. Ratan Sharda, thank you. 1 minute. What is communal and what is not? Asking Sonia Gandhi to end her silence absolutely is not communal. Asking Sonia Gandhi why she is quiet in some cases and loud and vocal in others is not communal. Asking Sonia Gandhi whether she would have been quiet if any incident were to happen to anyone else from any community is not communal. These are commonsensical questions. Now, Sonia Gandhi may not like constant references to the country of her origin, but yes, Sonia Gandhi, you have played a very negative role since the COVID crisis, and you should have looked at how well we have done compared to the country of your birth and the country of your origin. But that's not the issue. Let me tell you what is communal. Your daughter, Priyanka Vadra, shared a fake news about segregation on Hindu-Muslim basis, religious basis in Ahmedabad hospitals. Sonia Gandhi, hear me. Your daughter Priyanka Vadra, and Priyanka Vadra, hear me. She shared this article and she tweeted that anyone seeking to divide us on lines of religion, caste or creed is the worst enemy of this great nation. Now the thing is, I think what Priyanka Vadra did was outrageously communal and anti-national. And I think if you want also to ask for someone's arrest, please ask your stooges to arrest your daughter because she shared this fake communal news. Do you have the courage to do that, Sonia Gandhi? You don't. You've been addressing people through video conference. I think the people of this country would like to hear a video conference from Sonia Gandhi on Palghar. What do you say, Saurabh? A straightforward video conference with Sonia, Uddhav and everyone on Palghar.
Well,
Saurabh.
Absolutely. Arnab, I would say that as a principal opposition leader, Mrs. Gandhi should speak up. For the Congress party, it is important that if they talk about one kind of lynching, another lynching has happened, that too of two sadhus in this country, they must speak up. Because the people of India expect them to speak up. In a democracy, both the government and opposition have a certain role. They need to be speaking up. They need to be showing the mirror to their government. When they go wrong, obviously, when they've been speaking about other incidents, why is they silent about this incident?
Manaswi and GVL.
It's about the rule of law in this country.
Manaswi, there is
all issues.
2 days ago, the Vadra Congress put out this perfunctory statement saying that there is no communal angle to the attack as is sought to be projected. Fine, but please tell me, let me ask you and GVL will respond. What was the motive for the killing? What was the motive? Can you tell me? The whole country is asking. What was the motive? Why were they killed?
How can you or anyone tell?
So then why can't we ask the questions?
Investigate.
Why can't we ask the questions?
Investigation happen.
No.
And let it be out.
No. There is a section which is saying the mob lynching took place on the suspicions that the sadhus were child lifters. How can it be? If it is a case of mistaken identity, were the police not there? The police could have clarified it. If it was a case of mistaken identity, why didn't the forest guards clarify it? The forest guards were there. If it was a case of mistaken identity, why didn't the fact that the police was present and handed over the so-called child lifters not stop the mob? It is because the police were hand in glove. 1 minute, Manaswi, be logical tonight. Unless the police was hand in glove and the police cannot be acting on their own, there must be instructions from superiors. So when Republic asks the questions, you say, go arrest Republic.
We see the
Pardon me?
Police.
What's the pattern? No, you're not being. What's the pattern? What's the pattern?
Arnab, this is a hate crime.
I'll tell you. 2018 lynching when happened on Rukmani, it was a mistaken identity lynching. And similarly, Jharkhand incident of WhatsApp lynching of 2017.
So if Hindu monks are killed, it's not a hate crime. Brilliant.
Let the investigating authorities come out.
When religious leaders are killed, when sons are killed in this brutal manner, you want to call it not a hate crime, you want to call it a random crime, but when a Pehlu Khan gets killed, because he has a particular name, he belongs to a particular religion, it becomes crime against a particular religion. What kind of a silly logic is this? Why would Hindu sons be killed?
GVLG, this is what you are saying. Sons are killed. It's a sad day. Everyone
GVL.
It's a sad day on India.
Nothing more silly than this.
You've been saying it is a case of mistaken identity.
Sonia Gandhi, Congress party will be asked to answer.
Pehlu Khan versus the sons.
Because
it is sons in totality and it is wrong. It should be condemned. It is being condemned by the entire nation.
I appeal to everyone today. I appeal to everyone watching this program and across the country today. I appeal to all of you, Royden, including you. Ask Sonia Gandhi the reason for her silence. Ask about the truth in Palghar. The truth in Palghar has to come out. Ask Sonia Gandhi, was their identity not visible from their saffron clothes? Was their identity not visible from their saffron clothes? How can the Palghar lynching be brushed aside as a case of mistaken identity when the fact is of the matter is that from miles you can recognize the saffron donning men as sadhus, and one of them was a 70-year-old man? What is there about the identity of these people which is in doubt? There is nothing about the identity of the sadhus which is in doubt. Ratan Charda and Royden Roach.
What do you call that? Killing of these sadhus. See, there is a genuine outrage regarding
this issue. Let us not get into communal, non-communal killing. My point is, what was this government doing, covering up the crime for 3 days?
What
is this government doing for the fair Bandra agitation where NCP, Congress are involved? Why no action was taken? What is Shiv Sena doing there? So it's a lawless government. It's a government has no feet to stand on, and you try to divert the whole debate about communal, non-communal. Royden, you tell me what is the
you because the police was there. You do not talk about
what
was happening there.
And why no action was taken?
You are talking things. You are talking about churches supporting.
Mumbai. Give
You
me an answer.
are a person
Give me an
who's
answer.
trying to trivialize the situation.
Martyr. Why Shirin becomes a martyr?
Communal forces.
Cry for her.
What a hypocrite you can be to the nation.
Ratan Sharda.
But you said communal.
This is a lab of
a
the
thief
police.
can be communal. A thief killing can be communal. Terrorist killing can be communal. Everything can be communal. But when a sadhu is killed, it's not communal. And your government sleeps over the case, tries to cover up the case. You have no government in Maharashtra. That is the problem. In Bandra, they created
I would like to.
situation, and no action was taken.
I would like to invite PK Jain. PK Jain, you've been a former additional DGP of Maharashtra. Please tell me the circumstances, Royden. Let me hear from Mr. Jain. Mr. Jain, you are aware of the details of the case.
I'm aware.
And how can this be simply a case of mistaken identity when there are more than a dozen policemen and forest guards who are present there? Fully armed, ready to protect them if required. Why did they hand over the sadhus to the killers?
See, it has been a very, very shameful incident for the responders there. I would like to specify 2-3 things here, Arnab. One is the social background of that area, religious background and political background. This area is basically dominated by CPM. The conversions in that area are very, very rampant. In fact, in 2013, about 25 families had been converted to Christianity. Now, communal, when we talk of communal, any incident, unfortunately in this country, communal is only between Hindus and Muslims. Communal is between Hindu and Muslims, Hindus and Christians, Hindus and Dalits. Everything is called communal. So there was a communal riot. There was a hatred which is being perpetrated and which has been spread among the community. Now, the sadhus, this vehicle went there. The vehicle first they were in that forest chowki. The forest chowki called for police reinforcement. The police came there. After that, we can see the sadhus are being brought out of the chowki and being taken to the police vehicle. If there was such a murderous mob there, it was in the fitness of things for this first responders to call for reinforcement and then bring these people out, rather than trying to take them out and then leaving them at the mercy of the mob there. In the video, I can also hear the people are saying that police ali, ata soda tena maru naka. But some people kept on beating the two sadhus, and one of them was already lying on the ground, and he was being very badly beaten up. So apparently the police had some angle to say. Now 15, 16 policemen with arms, I do not understand why force was not used, why firing was not resorted to. If the policeman there on the spot cannot resort to the use of force, when it is needed to save somebody's life, a citizen's life, I think each one of those policemen is responsible for inaction, for gross dereliction of duty. Now coming to my experience in the police forces, that we can take the responsibility to the superintendent of police, to the police hierarchy up the line and the political leadership. But it has been a fact that over the last couple of decades, the police has been systematically, they have been demoralized, because whenever police tries to take any action, they are not being supported. So whether the police takes action or it does not take action, action would be taken against them for overaction or underaction. In this case, it was called for from the men in khaki at that spot that they should have used force, they should have resorted to lathi charge. If lathi charge would have been ineffective, they should have resorted to firing, and if need be, adequate use of force should have been done.
Yeah, but
unfortunate.
But Mr. Jain, first of all, thank you for your excellent, elaborate explanation of what happened. What you have clearly said, and we've all heard you say it, is that there is a clear and apparent communal angle to this. I am surprised that despite the clear logic of people like you and the questions raised by all of us, there is a determined attempt to say that this is not communal. Anil Deshmukh, I want to address the Home Minister of Maharashtra now, please. Saurabh, 1 minute. Anil Deshmukh, first of all, if you have received the phone call from Sonia Gandhi to arrest me, you are welcome. I am here and waiting. My question is not that. My question is, Royden, 1 minute, please. Royden, today, Anil Deshmukh tweets the names of all the accused. And he says, this is the list of the people arrested. And hinting at their religion, he says it's not communal. Now the question here is, the victims were Hindu monks. So because they are Hindu monks, you have already started from a position that it is not communal. How is it not communal when sadhus are killed? But asking questions on why they have been killed is communal. It doesn't make any sense. And please, one more question is okay. Okay. Now, if one is to say that the Congress did not carry out the killing, then why, then why is the Congress not getting outraged about the killing? The question is this, Ratan Sharda and Rahul Ishwar, we need to think about this. The totally instructed social media outrage by the Vadra Congress stooges over the Republic Network's questioning on Sonia's silence seems to indicate that Sonia is willing to do everything but not speak on the Palghar killing, the Palghar lynching. And everybody is beginning to ask this over-defensive, nervous reaction of Sonia Gandhi. This over-defensive, nervous reaction of Sonia Gandhi. You know, Sonia, you know you are nervous. You know you are nervous. You think, Sonia, you think that you will arrest Arnab, you will put out 1,000 cases, your chamchas will do all this, the case will go away. No, the questions will become louder because the Palghar case has exposed your hypocrisy like no other case in the past has. That is the question which has to be asked. The Congress president is accountable. She ended her 20-month retirement, Royden Roach, to take over as Congress president. It is under her leadership that this lynching has happened in Maharashtra. What is outrageous about demanding that she be outraged about the lynching?
Just 1 point.
Royden and Rahul.
Exactly. Arnabji, this is the humble submission. See, as a Hindu, I am outraged to see 2 Hindu saints being murdered. I would like to see that outrage and pain being shared by different political parties or cutting across all political parties because they are the collective leaders. When they are not sharing that sense of outrage, we feel disappointed. See, all this outrage and pain needs to be shared and acknowledged. It feels bad when some people are not sharing that outrage and acknowledging the pain.
You haven't done it. But today, on this channel, you're questioning Sonia Gandhi.
You are saying that Sonia is above question. Okay, so Uddhav Thackeray, one second. 1 minute. I want to say this at the end of this debate. Uddhav Thackeray, I'm telling you, Sonia Gandhi will never be above question. 1. If you think Sonia Gandhi is above question and because the Congress is putting pressure on you to arrest me, come, arrest me. But the questions on Palghar, Uddhav Thackeray, I'm telling you, Sonia Gandhi are going to become louder and louder. I will not stop. On my way to jail, on my way back, and while I'm sitting there, I will loudly ask the questions about Palghar. And there's no challenge here. It's just my job. The ball is in your court. Come arrest me. Ladies and gentlemen, on debate number 2 tonight, the members of the Tukre gang whose role in the Delhi riots has now been exposed before all of us today. More details on that on the other side of a short break.